man, Amir Abdur-Rahim. We'll talk about that a lot tonight. The best D1 season in KSU's history comes in the 4th year for Abdur-Rahim, who has completely rebuilt this program into a contender.
Yes. Coach of the Year in the ASUN. He is, 1, a teacher. He is here to educate, inspire, and encourage the student athletes. 2, he is a builder. He's built a program here. And 3, he's a servant leader of his community in this institution.
Quarterfinal round of the ASUN tournament underway. Kennesaw State at home in white. Just 1 home loss this year to these Royals, who defended the Navy blue. And there's Damon Robinson opening up with a hook.
The Owls go right inside. Nolan go right inside. There's not size for the Royals, so we'll see what happens.
Starting 5 for Queens. Coming off a win against FGCU in the first round last night on this floor. Burden gets his hands in there as it goes out of bounds.
Hustle and flow, man, already at it, ladies and gentlemen. I call Terrell Burden hustle and flow because in the defensive end, he's always going to put pressure on you. But right there, he's in the passing lane, and he's able to contest passes, get us deflection, and almost a steal.
Second in the ASUN in steals, second team All-ASUN performer.
Yes, the Owls are noted for their defense right here.
Matthews from the elbow spins off the mark. Youngblood finds Stroud. He's on the run as Stroud is stripped loose of the ruck, and the Owls will inbounds for the baseline.
Good pitch ahead to Brandon Stroud from Youngblood. Royals were able to stop that ball. And now we're at out of bounds under here.
Starting 5 for Kennesaw State. Those were 2 high school teammates out of East Coweta. Stroud and Youngblood. Rogers, the senior, off the heel, pulled down by Queens' B.J. McLaurin.
Yes, you have some experience on this team in continuity and chemistry with these guys playing high school and AAU basketball for some time. Look for the Royals to spread out the floor. Their guards are really good at penetrating and getting to the hole and creating fouls.
Dye with 5, spins around Stroud from the left side. It's a Caleb Matthews 3. He missed it. Into the hands of Terrell Burden.
You see Turner going at it already. The crowd wanted over the back right there.
Stroud draws the contact.
Coach Amir Abdur-Rahim is always talking to his players in reference to, hey, we want attack mode. We don't want to play in survival mode. And right there, we've seen 2 pitch aheads for fast break opportunities, and the Owls are doing just that. They are attacking the basket.
See great numbers there for Brandon Stroud. And that note at the bottom, the ASUN Defensive Player of the Year, the first time Kennesaw State has ever had an individual win that award.
Brandon Stroud has played exceptional defense. What he does really good is he's athletic, but for the most part, he is good off the ball in the passing lanes. And I talk about contesting passes. The Kennesaw State Owls team, they're very good at that.
McLaurin launches the 3. Again, too strong, and Burden climbs the ladder. Second rebound for Burden. The feed to Robinson had the first bucket of the ball game. Goes to work again in the lane and uses the hook once more.
Weight room coach. Weight room coach. That's what he's saying. Damon Robinson, give me the ball, coach. Give me the ball. I can bang down low. They don't have any size on me.
McLaurin looks at 3 from the right side. Misses that attempt. Stroud pushes the pace. Youngblood. Buckets.
I think we're going to get a quick timeout here, as we have. Coach Grant Leonard to call the timeout because you have an 8-0 run right now, Nolan. Here you have Brandon Stroud. We call this a dribble bust out, ladies and gentlemen. He just pushes the ball up the floor, kicks it out to Sweet Hoop Youngblood for the 3-pointer.
Chris Youngblood 5th in the ASUN in 3-point percentage. Draws the quick timeout by Queens. Looks like Kennesaw State enjoyed that extra rest. Enjoying the first round bye as the host team. Chris Youngblood, first team All-ASUN. 15 points a game. Consistent in double figures every single ASUN game this year, Coach Johnson.
Yes, he's just a solid, great player. I mean, he's coming to his own. You have great development going on here with the Kennesaw State staff in regards to their players. You see Ben Fletcher, Coach Fletcher, working with these guys. after practice, before practice, just, hey, they're getting their shots in, and it's showing out here. But here's a different look right now. The Owls go into a little matchup zone to sort of throw in a little element of surprise here.
And they bring in Alex Peterson off the bench. Wearing number 10 for KSU, taking the spot of Damon Robinson. 10 on the shot clock. Down under. Caleb Matthews has the first points for the Royals.
Good job. Royals just took their time. They got the ball inside. Kennesaw State Owls, they fell asleep. A little miscommunication there, but good pass by the Royals to get inside.
Burden flashes to the corner. In and out for Youngblood. Die to Turner. Turner takes it to the rack and off the glass. Back-to-back buckets for Queens after the timeout.
Good attack by Turner. That could have also been an and one, but it didn't go. So right now the referees are allowing these guys to play, it seems like, Nolan.
Free throws were a difference maker in the last matchup as well. Kennesaw State faltered at the line. In the regular season home finale, Peterson has his first points.
Oh, just good execution. The ball goes from one side to the top. We got a high-low there from Youngblood into Alex Peterson. They're able to score.
Kenny Dye off the heel. Offensive rebound, McLaurin. Queens had 13 offensive rebounds last night, and there's an excellent pass from Dye to Matthews.
Hey, good movement by the Royals. Again, the Owls got caught falling asleep there. That was Spencer Rogers. He got caught on the back door. But, hey, these Royals, they're coming to play. They're going to attack at all times, with or without the ball.
Youngblood lost the handle on it. Queens with the steal. Matthews out ahead. McKee on the run, lays it in. And Queens has made it a one-possession ball game after falling down 8-0.
Just like that. Like I said, these Royals are going to attack, and they're getting to the basket. All of their points right now have been inside. Layups.
Stroud in the lane. Stops with the left hand, rolls out the left side. Here come the Royals. They can tie or take the lead for the first time.
What the Royals did yesterday against Florida Gulf Coast, they took their time and they worked the ball around. So again, they show you a 5-out motion.
McKee stopped by Youngblood, up top to Turner. And he's fouled by Stroud. We've got a timeout on the floor. A hot start for Kennesaw State, but the Royals regroup together and make it a 2-point ball game.
It's a media timeout. Stop by and pick up some refreshing Coca-Cola products, popcorn, soft pretzels, hot dogs, and other.
Cycling was a lifesaver. It really was.
You know, when we first talked about...
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see our guy.
So we've got this really cool property downtown. We want to do something walkable, sustainable.
Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the Buffalo Wing's been around.
Georgia Furniture Park. If you want a nice house like this one, it reclines and everything, I think you're going to enjoy this season right now. If you want a house like that, get on over to Georgia Furniture Round, now open in Kennesaw. You guys got anything to say? Go out. Go out! LW's the power site for live events like Ticketsmarter. For all the best sports, concerts, and theater events, visit Ticketsmarter.com or download the app. Ticketsmarter is proud to be the official secondary ticket market partner of the ASUN Conference.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at our keys for the game today. For the Queen Royals, they want to do two things primarily. They want to control the glass, and they want to get to the free throw line. Right now, controlling the glass, that means they've got to get rebounds, box out. For the Kennesaw State Owls, they got to work on ball screen defense and help side support. And right now, we saw already where the Kennesaw State Owls have sort of gotten beaten on some backdoor cuts there already, Nolan.
What is ball screen defense, playing good ball screen defense? What does that mean? Who's important in that role?
Well, everybody's important in that role. But the two main guys that are important is the guy that's on the ball and whoever's setting the screen, whoever's guarding the guy who's setting the screen. So there are multiple ways to defend the screen. You can hard hedge, you can soft hedge.
Kenny Dye parts the lanes, and Queens ties it up.
Yeah, going back to defending the screen. You can hard hedge. That's where the player gets out there and he just forces the offensive player up the backcourt. Then he can soft hedge, lay back. Usually at that point, he'll take a three-pointer. You can squeeze it, or you can trap the screens.
Adam McCoy pinballed into the hands of Jennings. Casey Jennings with the hesitation, and he gets a lay-in.
Yeah, this is Jennings' first time in the game. He had initially been in the lineup, but once he got out with that concussion, he's now coming back in and trying to get into the mix of things.
Did not play in this matchup February 18th against Queens in the win for the Royals. Corner three by Queens. There's the first triple for the Royals, and it comes off the hands of B.J. McLaurin.
Yes, B.J. McLaurin, he is a versatile forward for you. You'll look for him to spot up a lot. At the same time, he can take shots off the bounce.
Cottle with a step-back three. Too strong. And a rebound for the Royals. There's a key for you, Coach, controlling the glass. Turner had that board.
Yes, the Royals do not have size, but as Coach Leonard says, they have some fight in them. He says it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in, the fight in the dog.
Kenny Dye with 7 to shoot. Second team All ASUN takes the drive, fades in the lane, and rattles it in.
Kenny Dye, we'll look for him to do what he does. And one of the things about the Royals, if you notice, Nolan, they do a lot of spin moves. If you go back to Villanova when they won a national championship, they always taught their guards how to come to a jump stop or approach stop. But with this Royals team, they will penetrate and spin. Penetrate and spin. So here you go right now.
Queens was on fire shooting three-pointers last night against FGC. Coach, I thought the first 3 minutes of that ball game, neither team was going to take a two-pointer. They made 6 in the first half. That was just their first. But here they are again, down 8-0 to start the ball game. A 15-4 run. They have made their last 5 from the floor. They control the rock here.
Yeah, again, first three-pointer out there. The other baskets have been attacking, as we see right now.
Turner matched up against Cottle. McKee with a shot fake against Adam McCoy. Stopped. Adam McCoy plucks it.
Oh, good defense by Adam McCoy to really be solid and defend that.
Robinson back on the floor for Kennesaw State.
The Royals are playing good defense right now out on the perimeter.
In and out for Cottle. McKee looks at a 3 from the wing. Demagnetized. Another offensive rebound for Queens. A 3 from straight out. Dye can't find it. Third offensive board for the Royals.
If you recall in that first meeting, the Royals had 14 offensive rebounds.
Fowler to the left side. Matthews zips it down low. And Kennesaw State finally comes up with it, gives the ball right back. A long pass off the hands of Cottle.
Yeah, that was an unforced turnover there by Adam McCoy. Got the rebound. Just take your time. Simeon Cottle's telling him, hey, settle down a little bit, settle down. We don't see Terrell Burden in the game right now, Spencer Rogers or Brandon Stroud. So we have a different lineup here. I'm sorry, Spencer Rogers is in, but the Defensive Player of the Year, Brandon Stroud, is out.
He played less than 18 minutes in the last matchup. Demond Robinson with the block. Against Dye. Dye fades. He did it again.
Hey, good defense by Demond Robinson, but Kenny Dye, he's going to do what he does, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to stay at it, and he just gets the step back on the bigger player, and he's able to knock it down.
He is so good, not just at home, but on the road. His scoring average on the road is higher than his season average. 17.5 points per game on the road as McKee swats that away into the Royals bench, and that brings us to the under 12 timeout. Don't let the ninth seed in the ASUN fool you. They've got Kenny Dye, second team All ASUN, and the Royals lead in the quarterfinals.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want.
Daytona Nissan has elected savings with our President's Day Model Year-End Sales Event. All remaining Daytona Nissan has elected savings with our President's Day Model Year-End Sales Event. All remaining Daytona Nissan has elected savings with our President's Day Model Year-End Sales Event. All remaining Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of Daytona Nissan has elected savings with our President's Day Model Year-End Sales Event. All remaining Daytona Nissan has elected savings with our President's Day Model Year-End Sales Event. All remaining
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on...
Oh, well, this is me.
It's still early. You want to maybe grab a coffee?
With the Wells...
Daytona Nissan has elected savings with our President's Day Model Year-End Sales Event. All remaining
Geico has been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
Champs Week continues through March 12th on the networks of ESPN.
Today on ABC and ESPN+.
Queens in its first year in the ASUN, first year playing Division I basketball, led by a fantastic head coach in Grant Leonard. He was an assistant for 9 years, never had a losing season at Queens as an assistant, earned the head coaching role, making the transition to Division I. Again, they were picked dead last in one of the polls by the media. The coaches had them second to last. He's called this experience humbling, taking over the head coaching job in a Division I transition. We've been able to see the fruits of him and his staff and their labor so far. The way this team has been able to fight. They won yesterday, and they're up by 5 here in the number 1 seed.
Yes, this is a contender. When they were playing Division II, they were just not a slouch. They came in winning Final Fours or getting to the Final Four in Division II, 2 Elite Eights and a Sweet 16. So this is a contender. You have a senior-led team or a guard out there and Kenny Dye who knows how to orchestrate this offense.
Well, the man that knows how to orchestrate it on the other side, Kennesaw State's Terrell Burden, makes the return to the floor as Dye picks up the foul.
Yes, Terrell Burden getting downhill, both creating fouls at the same time. He's good at that, as well as Kenny Dye.
The Owls are looking for their first points in about 3.5 minutes. Got out to an 8-0 lead. Grant Leonard had to take a momentum timeout. Since then, it's been all Queens. Robinson, though, uses his third hook shot of the first half for now point number 6.
Well, the Owls, hey, they're going back to how they started this game. Let's go back in size. These guys are not, they don't have the size to compete with us, so they just went back in off a little shuffle cut there, and the ball was open.
Fowler zips it over to Ashby. Dye with a shot fake. Takes the drive. And a double dribble call against the Royals. That will be Queens' first turnover as we go look back at Robinson.
Yeah, just going into Mondo. Mondo Robinson, that is. He likes going over that left shoulder, but ladies and gentlemen, he's very versatile. He has a great arsenal. He can go over his left shoulder, his right shoulder with the jump hook, and at the same time, he has a nice turnaround jumper, but right now, he's banging inside, Nolan.
9th in the ASUN in field goal percentage this year. Second highest mark for Kennesaw State in single season records thus far.
Nolan, I truly think that's going to be a very true factor in this game right here.
Youngblood from the free throw line. Mike Fowler with a one-handed rebound.
Coming off that curl, looks like Chris Youngblood got a little bit indecisive. It looked like he wanted to throw the ball to Robinson, but he didn't.
McKee, the second leading scorer with a great hesitation, drives and is denied by Stroud.
That's twice, not twice, but you're seeing a lot of the Royals. They're doing a lot of shot faking, and the Owls are just leaving the floor, going up in the air. And they can attack the basket at that point, creating fouls.
8th in the ASUN in blocks with 85 on the season. Dye, 10 on the shot clock for Queens. He needs some help from a teammate. It's McKee. Matthews. He takes the drive. He didn't beat it.
Great defense. That's what the Owls are known for. They hang their hats on their perimeter defense. And I'm telling you, Nolan, when you got the Defensive Player of the Year out there and Brandon Stroud, along with Terrell Burton out there, those players for the Royals cannot go anywhere but east and west. They could not get downhill on that possession.
Youngblood, the junior. Stroud takes the three. And a long rebound for Queens.
Again, Queens, if they don't have it, they're going to bring it back out, and they're going to try to wear you down. Again, they go 5-out motion, just spread the floor.
McLaurin takes the drive all the way to the right post, and Robinson is billed for the infraction.
Hey, being physical out here. We're seeing that. Good attack. Let's see what we have here. McLaurin getting to the basket, just being physical. Yes, Robinson got him with the body there, and rightfully so. McLaurin is at the free throw line to shoot some free throws.
Good night last night in the win over FGCU. 12 points. He's been double figures 4 of the last 6. And converts the first.
Well, last night, we saw the Royals have 5 players in double figures against Florida Gulf Coast. So they're going to need that team effort today to compete against the #1 seed Kennesaw State Owls.
He continues his good free throw shooting, as you saw flash on the screen. Top 10 in the ASUN in free throw percentage, and extends the Royals' lead to 5. Winner moves on to the semifinals. Queens in its first year in the ASUN. Kennesaw State won the regular season for the first time ever. Rogers open. Too strong. Kennesaw State cold from distance. The Owls just 1 of 6.
Yes, good execution right there by the Owls. They run a little half-court set there. Got a nice look off the throwback to the corner kick out, but could not knock it down, Spencer Rogers. So here we go. The Royals again. They're going to come out in some 5-out motion, a little dribble weave here. Hands back into Kenny Dye.
Leader on the team, 4th-year starter. This is McKee for a 3. And another offensive rebound. McClooney grabs it over the shoulders of Youngblood. Inside to Dye. Against Peterson as he works the baseline. Now backs up to the three-point arc. Under 10 to shoot. And a carrying call.
Well, unforced turnover right now by the Royals. But Nolan, prior to this, at the last immediate timeout, the Royals had 4 offensive rebounds. So that's their 5th offensive rebound, if I'm correct. But they're coming at it, all right? So the Owls, they got to do something in reference to boxing out there.
And the only turnovers for Queens, again, have been unforced. A double dribble, the carrying call there.
Yes, 6 offensive rebounds right now by the Royals.
A long 2 for Stroud. Rolls out. Rebound number 16 for Queens. That was one of your keys. Control the glass. They're doing that. They have the lead on the road, looking for the upset.
Rebounding is nothing but effort.
McClooney off the mark with a 3-pointer. And Jennings called for the foul, tangled up with Matthews.
Yes, rebounding is basically 3 things. Position, all right? You have to have position, and 2, it's about effort and heart. Those other 3 things. Those other 2 things. You've got to make contact, create space, and go get it.
McLaurin to inbounds. Royals have missed their last 4. McLaurin cannot break the drought. Queens just 1 of 11 in 3-point shooting. Stroud takes a strong drive, layup out the front door. Here comes Queens with numbers. The handoff, McClooney's 3, airmail. And possession stays with Queens out of bounds off Kennesaw State. Queens has taken it, 7:40 left in the first half, trying to put the ASUN on notice of the 5-point lead.
Do you know what it takes to be a winner? Determination, dedication, sweat, and most of all, teamwork. For over 60 years, the Ed Boyles Automotive Team has proven it's Atlanta's team to beat. Ed Boyles Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Ed Boyles Honda, Ed Boyles Kia, Ed Boyles Hyundai, Ed Boyles Kia of Chamblee, Ed Boyles Acura, and Ed Boyles Genesis. You won't find their names in the brackets, but you will find them at edboyles.com.
You ready for the ASUN Championship? Here's everything you need to know as we get closer to the postseason. Let's break it down by the numbers. The top 10 teams earn their way into the tournament. Action begins with 2 first-round matchups between seeds 7 through 10. All 9 of the tournament games take place on campus sites with the higher seeds hosting, which gives you the perfect opportunity to cheer on your squad. From February 27th to March 5th, it's ASUN Madness. We'll see you there.
Recycle, compost, eat local, eat vegan. Don't use straws, don't use plastic bags, don't use hairspray, drive a hybrid, drive an electric. There are so many ways to help the environment. It could be overwhelming, but the easiest way to make a difference can be as simple as paying your gas bill. With the Greener Life program from Georgia Natural Gas, the carbon released from using natural gas in your home will have a net zero impact on the environment. And now you can get 6 months of Greener Life free when you sign up. Georgia Natural Gas. Visit gng.com/green to sign up.
Find your wings at Kennesaw State University.
Queens at Kennesaw State meeting tonight for the 3rd time this season. Last time they met, again, February 18th, 10 days ago. Queens coming in having lost 3 in a row. Kennesaw State just had a win over Liberty for the first time ever. We opened, is this a trap game for the Owls? Well, Queens came ready to play, ending the home winning streak for Kennesaw State. Turnovers were a massive factor, and Kenny Dye continued to lead the Royals with 24 points, pacing 4 double-digit scores. Aberrations of that here tonight as Queens has a 5-point lead, thanks to 7 offensive rebounds. And here in the tournament, as that one goes out of bounds off Kennesaw State, through the win over FGCU last night and this game, 20-0 for Queens in offensive rebounding advantage. I've never seen something like that before.
Yes, right now they have a total of 17 rebounds, and of course, as you just stated, they're on the offensive glass.
McLaurin, 1 to shoot on the shot clock. I don't think he beat that, but it's pulled down by Youngblood.
Good box out there by the Owls. See what they come down here and do. But again, the Royals are playing good defense.
They've held the Owls over the last 5. Another turnover. Dye, Matthews on the run in the wide open slam dunk. Queens leads by 7.
As I said, the Royals are playing good defense. It all begins, ladies and gentlemen, with pressure on the ball. And you just had a deflection and a steal right there and a pitch ahead for an easy dunk by the Royals.
It's not March quite yet, but we've already got some madness on our hands. Queens looking for the upset, up by 7. Jennings feeds it inside to Peterson. Backs him up. Stroud takes the 3. Off the mark. And a foul against Queens as Youngblood hits the floor.
Yeah. Here we go. Good defensive pressure right here on the ball. Kenny Dye gets that steal and a deflection and a steal and a pitch ahead out to Matthews for the dunk.
Dye is a veteran, 4th-year starter, owns numerous all-time records for the Royals. He plays like the veteran that he is. It's the reason he was 2nd-team all-conference first year in D1 as the Owls missed the alley-oop.
Yeah, he's just crafty. He's probing the defense. He knows what to do and how to get it done.
KSU on the run following the turnover. Oh my goodness! Brandon Stroud electrifies the crowd.
Well, hey, Terrell Burton out to Brandon Stroud. He says, throw it up, I'm going to get it. And he got it, baby.
Stroud maybe a little shaken up with that right hand. Fights it off here. Momentum changer potentially for the Owls.
Yeah, we got a dribble weave out here by the Royals.
Dye McLaurin back to Dye. 5 seconds to shoot. Spins again. What a move by Kenny Dye.
As I told you, Nolan, look for that spin move. They had that down pack, and my man Kenny Dye, he has that down to a science.
Queens' all-time leading scorer. Points, assists, games played, games started, minutes played. He's done it all. Stroud, well off the mark. Jennings almost had the offensive rebound and gets the headband wiped away with the foul.
I'm not sure. Okay, I didn't see what happened over here to McGee. It looked like he got caught on the screen. But let's see if we got it coming back. Oh, just a good, solid screen set by Terrell Burden. McKee just runs into him. It was a no call, and the officials did the right thing.
Foul on the rebound attempt was on Kenny Dye. That's number 2. With Dye, who has a game high 8 points thus far. Youngblood takes the 3, and he's fouled on the 3-point attempt. One of the best shooters in the conference will get 3 shots at the strike.
Yes, you never want to foul a jump shooter, and in particular, you got to know players out there. This is just a bad foul. Good offense by the Owls. And McGee wish he had that one back. That foul, that is.
That's the second on McKee, so the top 2 scorers for the Royals. This 7-point lead, both have 2 fouls. Here with 5:05 left in the opening half.
I tell you, the key to watch for in this game is depth. Right now, the Royals are only playing 8 guys, basically. They don't have the depth. But what you see with the KennesawState Owls, they can go 10 deep in their rotation. And as we saw earlier, Nolan, they were substituting pretty early with their reserves.
They take a look at the scoreboard, our officials that is, to see if this was a 3-point attempt or 2 shots for Youngblood. Quick review, that one's pretty obvious.
Yes, that's a 3.
I may have the worst vision of anyone here in this arena. I got that one right.
It's always good to have replay. Thank you guys upstairs.
Plain as day, 3 for number 3, Chris Youngblood, as the Owls look to get back in this ball game. Jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Queens had to take a timeout, and then it's been all Royals since then. Youngblood again, first team all ASUN. Consistent numbers all around this year. And Coach, what that speaks to right there is what you have said all season long. He is a 3-level scorer. He can drive to the rack. He can show off the mid-range, around the free throw line and the elbows. And then from the wings, he loves to curl off those screens and knock down the 3.
Yes, he puts the work into it. As Coach Amir Abdul-Rahim always says, he is a special player. And special players do special things. That's why he's first team all ASUN right now.
Chris Youngblood makes the Royals pay. 6th in the ASUN in free throw percentage. Lead at 4 for Queens.
We see the Owls going to a little token press. Again, they don't pressure in the full court. Their pressure's in the half court.
Matthews up top to Dye. Over Youngblood. Off the right side. Stroud a 3. Again, Stroud misses. Tipped out near center court to Jaden Turner.
Yes, anytime you see the Royals get that ball.
Fowler called for the charge as Youngblood hits the paint.
Well, one of the things the Owls talked about, they wanted to have good pressure or play the ball screens really good. At the same time, they had to have good support. So that was the weak side, backside with Chris Youngblood on the baseline. Once that ball was swung, it became strong stride, but he was already in position to get that charge foul. So good job by the Owls there.
Burden, look at him weave through the defense.
Hustle and flow, man. Hustle and flow. He's just getting downhill, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't need a screen, but he just goes at it.
First points for Terrell Burden tonight. McLaurin too far inside, and a foul call.
Wow. Did you see this?
Called down low against Kennesaw State, and we've reached the under 4 timeout. 9 versus 1. Queens with the lead, 23-21 over Kennesaw State. But the Owls are trying to get the home crowd back into it. Brandon Stroud slamming it down.
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of... Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on...
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see our guy.
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around. Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
UFC 285. Fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Kenny Dye, the veteran for the Queens Royals, has been instrumental in this transition to the Division I ranks, as we said, the all-time leader in major categories for the roles that he achieved this year. 4th year as a starter for Queens. He started it out big, Coach. They hosted Marshall in their first ever Division I game. Who got the game-winning bucket there at the end? None other than Kenny Dye. That was to start the season.
Yes,
I've got a feeling, however this season ends for Queens, good or bad, it will be on the shoulders of strong performance at number 15, Kenny Dye.
I would agree with you, Nolan. I mean, Kenny Dye, he's poised. I mean, he plays within himself, and when I say he plays within himself, he plays within his strength. And his strengths, he can shoot, he can drive, but he just makes great decisions. And he plays within the flow of the game because he's controlling the game, offensively, that is.
So after the foul on Terrell Burden, Queens with a rock. Winner moves on to the semifinals Thursday night. 5 to shoot. Tipped into the corner. Desperation heave. Almost went in. Another offensive rebound and a foul on Kennesaw State. Offensive board number 8 for the Royals here in the first half.
The Royals are going at it. I mean, 8 offensive rebounds in the first half.
This is a team without Gavin Raines, who's injured out for the year. He left, was the leading rebounder in the ASUN.
Yes.
That's tough to replace. Again, D2 to D1. There is typically a height and size disadvantage for Queens against other rosters, but you have noted their tenacity. It has been on display here in the postseason.
Yes, they are showing it, and they're doing it by committee.
Dye stops, needs some help. It's Matthews on the wing. Shot clock expiring. Turner throws it up and bricks it off to the right.
Good defensive possession right there by the Owls.
Youngblood from the corner. Dye, what a pass to Matthews, and he's got a two-handed dunk. Kenny Dye might want to start the football squad for the Royals.
Hey, Kenny Dye played quarterback right there, just threw it out in his receiver card and put it up for the dunk. But unfortunately, that was bad defensive balance for the Owls. We have offensive rebound and defensive balance. Nobody got back.
Burden gets a second crack at it and one. Little teardrop there from Burden and a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yes, this is just Kenny Dye. He throws the pass off the bounce up to Matthews for the two-hand dunk. And then here now you have Terrell Burden coming down being crafty as he is. Gets the guy up in the air and he's able to get to the line for an and one.
22, Spencer Rogers.
Foul on McLaurin is first.
Yeah, when we talk about offensive rebound, defensive balance, usually you have 3 players go to the offensive board. That's your 3, 4, and 5, and you have your 1 and 2 get back. Somebody will at least get back at half court and maybe free throw line. But nobody was back for the Owls in that last transition for the Royals to make that dunk.
Rogers got his hands on that one. He had a couple of steals in the last matchup against Queens.
Yeah, we talk about the Owls right now. You know, what's really gotten them here is their defense. And you want to do 3 things. You want to contest shots, contain the drive, and you want to protect the paint. But one of the things they really do a good job of is they contest the pass. They don't deny the pass. That means flat out deny. They contest the pass, so they're active in the lanes. They're going to allow you to pass it, but they're going to contest it with their length and their quickness.
They lead the ASUN in steals, averaging 8 per ball game. McLaurin from the top of the key, off the heel. Youngblood on the baseline. Both teams have struggled from distance tonight. Each team has only made 1 3-pointer. As Robinson is fouled. Well, you can't make it from beyond the arc. Go down low with consistency. Damon Robinson with 6 points will now head to the line.
As you stated, Nolan, both teams are not shooting that great right now from the field. But what started Kennesaw off at the beginning of this game was going inside to Robinson. And that has been a stabilizer for them. When they go up, they'll go down, but they got to keep coming back inside, and that opens up the floor. So good pitch ahead there by Terrell Burden to Robinson. He's at the line. Hopefully he can convert these 2 for the Owls to tie this ball game.
Here's the early impact of Robinson despite that miss, Coach. 6 points in 9 minutes. He is one of just 3 Owls with a positive plus-minus. Has the greatest at 8.
Yes.
1 for 2.
He's, as a post player, you can only go to work when you get the ball. So he needs more touches.
Dye drives right past him and lays it through. Kenny Dye in double figures with 10 points.
Again, we talked about defending the ball screen, and right there, hey, it was a switch created, and
a loose ball, and Kennesaw State goes over the timeline for the turnover.
Good defense there by the Royals, creating that turnover. Good effort and hustle by Youngblood to get on the floor, but as you stated, hey, we got over and back. Turnover. Royals ball.
Welcome back to the quarterfinals, number 10, Alex.
And you got Kenny Dye. We call that sweep. You know, Kenny Dye, he's just crafty. He sweeps the floor. He sweeps the ball as Terrell tries to cross over. He's able to get a piece of that. It goes back. And it's a turnover right now by the Owls.
His timeliness, his anticipation, offense and defense has been so impressive this year.
Just as an experienced senior player.
McKee rises over Peterson, and Youngblood tips it into the belly of Alex Peterson.
Man, these Royals, they're going at it. What we call offensive rebounding is you have to get inside position. Even if you don't get the ball, you try to get inside position. And that in itself will help you get an offensive rebound.
Glenn Tewitt calls over the operations staff. Speaking of sweeping, Coach, wants to do this in the midst of the KSU possession.
Well, hey, he's just being protective, so right call. Fans don't agree with it, but hey, it's the right thing to do. I like this crowd up in here, Nolan. This is a good turnout for an ASUN tournament here.
It is. Great showing by the student section behind each of the goalposts. They were here in the front 2 rows as soon as the doors open, 60 minutes prior to tip.
Yes, it looks like the Royals go into a little matchup zone as well.
Burden in the lane, floats out the right side. McLaurin with a defensive board, and we have under 60 seconds to go in the ASUN quarterfinal. And possession stays with the Royals.
The crowd doesn't agree with that, but the referee says, hey, that ball stays here.
Glenn Tuitt not endearing himself to the home crowd. Called off the fingertips of Rogers.
Again, the Owls are trying to really hone in on these ball screens. That was one of their keys. We have to be good at guarding the ball screens because we know Kenny Dye, he can create and do a lot off the ball screens. He's just so crafty.
McKee back to Dye. McKee looking at the three. Whirlpool's out. Offensive rebound. Turner high off the window.
Oh my goodness. Turner's at it. The Royals are at it. Are they double digit right now in offensive rebounds?
They're at 8. Feels like it though. 8 offensive rebounds for Queens. And there's a stat right there, Coach. This could be a lot worse for KSU. Just 6 second chance points, including that last make by Turner.
Yes, as I stated before, as an offensive player, if you get inside position, you got a chance to get the ball. Even if you don't, you put pressure on the defense. So, hey, you look at the Royals, they are crashing the boards. Coach Leonard said, we have to control the glass. And they've done more than control the glass right here, Nolan.
They have won the rebounding battle 23-14 over Kennesaw State. Home crowd looks on here with anticipation. Their Owls trail by 5 to the 9th-seeded Queens Royals. Coach, this was a similar situation in the last matchup. Chris Youngblood, who's inbounding right now at the edge of the Royals bench, hit a corner 3 from the right corner as the time expired in the opening half to give KSU a halftime lead. What do they do here?
Well, we're going against the zone, so here you go. It's just got to get it in right now.
Burden inside. Robinson beats the buzzer. Rolls through.
They got it in. They got it inside. They got it in and they got it up.
Just in the nick of time, Damon Robinson remains perfect from the floor, but Queens is putting the ASUN on notice with a halftime lead on the road at the regular season champions. We'll break it all down. And the Owls would see the difference there. Three-point shooting has been poor for both sides. Coach, one of your keys, though, for Queens to win is to win the rebounding battle. They're up by 9 at the break on the boards.
Yes. With 8 offensive rebounds, that will get you a victory if they keep at this pace. We've been noted that they're 16-4, all right? 16-4 when they're winning the rebound margin at half. So if they keep this pace, they can get this game.
What has to change for Kennesaw State? With the success of Damon Robinson, 9 points, 4 for 4 from the floor, do they need to get him a touch? Every possession, 90% of the possessions? Well, the guy in the student section may think so.
Yes. Both teams haven't been shooting great at all. They've been shooting horrible from the three-point line. 1 of 17 Queen Royals, and then you look at 1 of 14 Kennesaw State Owls. So you're going to see some half-court execution here. They'll settle down, get set. But both teams are attacking the basket and getting points. But again, coming back this second half, I think the ball will fall in that rim for both teams.
And you're right, Queens isn't shooting great. They're at 36% from the floor as they open up with the ball in their navy blues. Last night, they were at 30%. As Queens turns it over, just their second time this year, they've won with under 40%. A good start defensively for KSU. Dye incredulous at the call as he picks up his 3rd foul.
That's a crucial foul right there. You only had 9 seconds or 8 seconds go off in the second half, and he's already got the 3rd foul, but that's just pressure on the ball out there by Terrell Burden.
And there's the feed to Robinson immediately. He remains perfect from the floor, 5 of 5.
Well, Nolan, we got to go into Coach William Smalls. He works with the big guys down there, and he's doing a good job developing Robinson with those jump hooks, and he's converting.
Youngblood on the floor tries to find Stroud. A fight for the basketball. Jump ball call. Possession with Kennesaw State.
Hey, the Owls have come out this second half, and they're going right at it. But here we had a look at Robinson. He's going to go right over his left shoulder for that jump hook. He just likes to bang. We tell the post players, you have to body them up. You feel the defender. Once you get them, hey, you get your butt in his gut, and then you just go right up over for that hook, and it's done.
That note on William Small, second year with the program, coming from Iowa State. He was a coach for Amir Abdur-Rahim young in his career. He's now coming back as an assistant as Rogers can't handle the rock.
Good defense right there by the Royals to force that turnover. Again, the Owls are showing some uncharacteristics in reference to unforced turnovers. The crowd is into this one, Nolan.
Dye against Burden in the lane, Euros. Burden fights for it and he fouls.
That was a tough call. That was excellent defense, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Look at it. Terrell Burden, he's right there. All ball.
That's all ball.
All ball. That should be a jump ball. And that was a tough call by the back official on the baseline because you couldn't see it. The official up top here, looking down low, did not make that call.
What's the saying go? Ball don't lie?
Hey, it definitely doesn't. And the crowd, they are contesting and concurring.
Dye gets 1 of 2. Queens on top by 2, looking for the upset.
See what the Owls come down here and do in their half-court execution.
Burden, short on the reverse lay-in, out of bounds, stays with the Owls.
Well, we see what the Owls come down here and do. You just get a little ball screen right there, and Terrell hustle and flow, man. Burden, he's able to get downhill into the basket, but just unable to convert.
Rogers takes his turn to the rack. It's short. Offensive rebound, Damon Robinson in double figures with 11.
Good offensive rebound there for the Owls to get in that column, but good take by Spencer Rogers to just attack the basket.
McGee. A foul against Queens.
Well, McKee at that time was saying we had a mouse in the house. He couldn't convert on Terrell Burden. But here is Spencer Rogers just taking it strong to the basket. Doesn't convert, but who's right there to save the day is Mondo, ladies and gentlemen.
Damon Robinson. Top 10 in the ASUN in field goal percentage. 11 points, a perfect 5 for 5 tonight. 2 rebounds to go along with it and a block. Youngblood. Pure. The second 3 for Chris Youngblood. Kennesaw State goes back on top.
That all started by penetration, and we had a good kick out to the corner. And Sweet Hoop Youngblood knocks it down.
Dye pulls up over Burden, too strong, and Burden with a long rebound. Bounces low to Robinson. Dye picks it up. He's in transition. And Rogers with a foul against Dye. Rogers shaken up in the action.
Couldn't see the foul from here, but we'll see if we get a replay on this. The officials are on top of it, though.
Rogers, the senior, started his career at Troy. All-time leading scorer in Gwinnett County history. The other side of Metro Atlanta. That's what they're taking a look at.
Yeah, that was just a good closeout by Spencer Rogers. And it looked like Dye sort of threw that elbow out there a little bit.
So here's what happened that you didn't just see on camera. Hunter Allen came over, the gentleman you see in the middle there, to tell us what was going on. When we saw this right here, the elbow of Dye hitting Rogers, my eyes grew 3 times in size, and Allen said, we're taking a look at that. He knew exactly what we had just seen.
Yes.
Now, Coach, if this goes against Kenny Dye, correct, that is number 4 for a team that is already short on available bodies and playing its second game in 24 hours.
And not just bodies. You take out the head of the snake. True. You take out the engine, Kenny Dye. Without that man on the floor, the team is not the same, Nolan.
So the call on the floor was, again, against Spencer Rogers, his first foul. This is the replay.
Yes, that's going to be a foul. What level? We'll see in just a minute.
33-30, Kennesaw State leads Queens, 17:08 in the second half. The Owls, the #1 seed in the ASUN. Queens, the 9 seed. It's first year in the conference. The Owls have won their first ever ASUN regular season. Queens is led by as much as 7, led by 3 at the break. And this can be a critical call and determine the outcome here in this ASUN quarterfinal action.
Yeah, the officials over there discussing. They'll eventually come over here and let us know.
So, Coach Jay, if this were to go against Dye and be his 4th, how do you manage that as Grant Leonard?
It's tough. They have to play point guard by committee because nobody can step in and take Kenny Dye's place. So what they've been doing early on is they've been doing a lot of dribble weave action, and that will continue. But again, you take out the head of the snake. Kenny Dye, didn't mention earlier at halftime, but hey, second team all conference, leading scorer all time with the Royals. That's going to hurt. Looks like they got it right.
Yeah, so Hunter Allen just came over and let us know the foul's being removed on Spencer Rogers. A flagrant 2 is being called against Kenny Dye. Flagrant 1.
Well, here you go. I think the officials got it right, though. We know they got it right. And even the stands, I mean, fans at home, you can see that, fans here. They took, again, the foul away from Spencer. That foul goes towards Kenny Dye. That's his 4th. So, is he going to stay in the court or is he going to come off? You've got 17 minutes in the game. Coach has got to make a decision right here. He's taking him out right now.
Spencer Rogers at the line for Kennesaw State. He just made the first one. As Grant Leonard pleads his case with Vladimir Voyar-Tadal. Second good for Rogers. Here it is again. Foul overturned, a flagrant called against Dye and taken off against Rogers.
Now let me say this about Kenny Dye. He's not a nasty player. You know, that was, unfortunately, hey, when a guy is on you, he's just trying to get him off of him. But that was a foul. He's going to go to the bench. And Coach Nolan Alexander, you called it. That's the 4th on him. So this is a big difference in this game right now.
Yeah, I'm curious not only for the Queens offense, but how Kennesaw State attacks offensively with Dye out on defense. He's done a very good job against Birding. Robinson can't miss tonight. 6 for 6 from the floor. That's his 4th or 5th hook shot. He's perfected that.
And he's going right, he's going left. That time, ladies and gentlemen, he went left.
McKee says, hey, it's okay if Kenny Dye's out. I can take over the scoring. I'm averaging 19 points per game against the Owls this season.
Yes, and actually coming into these games or in conference play, McKee was leading, all right, in conference play as far as scoring.
Rogers. Oh, around the world and out.
Good look by Rogers to come off that pin down. Again, like I said, the Royals going to show you some dribble weave action.
Turner and 1.
That was a tough shot Great shot by Turner. They do their dribble weave action, and he gets to the basket on the roll, and he's able to extend outside of the paint and knock it down for an and one.
Timeout of the floor. Owls lead by 3.
I go through my primary care at least a minimum of once a year. I think it's important to have somebody to go to that knows you, that knows the history of your health. So when you walk in the door, there's a relationship with that doctor.
I want to support people to lead the best lives possible. What I care about in medicine is establishing relationships with people, getting to know them and seeing their journeys and helping them through their journeys. And I knew that this would give me the reward of seeing people blossom and achieving their goals.
Championship action is when the ASUN is at its finest. That's why you'll want to visit ASUNphotos.com. ASUN Photos is present at every ASUN championship, capturing the action, including those must-have shots you may have missed or want to save for a memory. We understand your passion, so when you want to relive those favorite moments, players, and special memories, start with the experts from ASUNphotos.com.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there, and they never tasted this good.
Quarterfinals of the ASUN Conference Tournament. Kennesaw State, the #1 seed, has outscored the 9th-seeded Queens Royals by 6 here in the second half. Jaden Turner at the line for an and one. These two teams get to the line more frequent than anyone else in the conference. You see Queens leading at Kennesaw State, second in the ASUN.
Yeah, one of the reasons why that is so is primarily because of the guard play. You have excellent guard play with Dye and McKee for the Royals in particular. And then with Kennesaw State, we always know Terrell Burden, Mr. Hustle and Flow. He can get to that.
Burden leads the ASUN in fouls drawn per 40. Dye, to your point, second in the ASUN. Robinson, top 5 in the ASUN. He's got the rock. He's feeling the pressure. Shot fake by Rogers. 8 to shoot for KSU. Robinson showing off the range. Coach, you said it. He can make it from all over the floor. Top 5 single season history and field goal percentage. He remains perfect tonight, 7 of 7.
Yeah, like I said, he has a good arsenal. He has it over the jump hooks. He has the mid-range, the turnaround, and he's showing it to us today.
Burden looks to break it open. Won't happen there. An offensive foul against Kennesaw State.
Good defense by Queens to get back into transition deep. But here you go. Mondo, all right? Damon Robinson knocking it down, ladies and gentlemen. He is 100% from the field right now. He is 7 for 7. Is that correct?
Yep, 7 for 7, 15 points.
Yes, and he has not missed a shot.
He's been hot as of late. 13 points against Central Arkansas last week in the game that clinched the ASUN regular season for KSU. 17 points against North Alabama prior to that. McLaurin goes to work around Robinson, and a nice drive along the baseline for the forward, B.J. McLaurin.
Again, I like B.J. McLaurin's game. Like I said, he's versatile. He can spot you up and face you up, shoot from outside, and at the same time take you off the bounce.
Cottle and Jennings back on the floor for Kennesaw State. And possession with Queens off the loose ball.
Now, what you got to be careful of, you can't just telegraph your passes. That's on Brandon Stroud there trying to post feed. All right, you're telegraphing your passes. You don't have a direct pass or angle to your post guy. The crowd is not happy with that because
that was off Queens.
Yes, yes. But again, you got to have a better post feed from your perimeter guy.
Alex Peterson then taking the spot of Robinson. McKee up top. McLaurin out of bounds.
Hey, good defense right there by the Owls. We did not see the dribble weave by the Royals. What they did is they spread it open. McLaurin tried to take it off the bounce, but he couldn't get anywhere. And that defense, that pressure defense, what the Owls are noted for, was right there, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Youngblood, what a feed. Peterson stripped loose of the basketball.
Good pocket pass right there by Youngblood to Peterson. Youngblood could have actually taken that shot because that's his rhythm and flow. But he comes off with this. He gets that nice little pocket pass, gets it in there, and that should have actually been a foul.
Jennings, the junior, drives, swatted away, blocked by Queens. Turner with the block. He gets tangled up with Youngblood as he's fouled.
Good block by Turner. Good take by Jennings, but hey, Turner came over, rotated, and got that block. We're seeing good defense on both ends right now.
Just block number 6 of the year for Jaden Turner. He has 7 rebounds tonight, most for Queens. That foul on Youngblood, the 3rd for the first team All-ASUN member for KSU.
Crucial foul. He goes to the bench right now. The reserves have to come in and not play reserve. They got to come in and keep this pace going for the Owls.
Jennings, Stroud, Peterson, Rogers, Cottle on the floor for KSU. Matthews with possession of the basketball. Hits the spin move in the lane. Hesitates. Tries to get around Stroud. He did it with a foul. Caleb Matthews hit every button on the controller. Gets around the ASUN Defensive Player of the Year and gets an and one to potentially tie the ball game here.
Yeah, this is just great defense by Brandon Stroud. I didn't think he fouled him. I just thought he held his ground. He was vertical. He didn't do anything, but hey, the official called that foul. But literally, that was great defense. But what you're seeing the Royals do, they're going to spread the floor and just try to take you off the dribble.
Foul on Queens on the rebound attempts.
Is that on Turner?
Turner, that's his 2nd.
Turner is what I call an undersized 4-man. He's not 6'7", 6'8". He's only about 6'5", but he plays like he's about 6'9", 6'10".
Stroud on the dribble, steps back, swish.
Brandon Stroud said, hey, I may be the defensive player of the year, but I'm going to show you what I can do on offense, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this step back.
2nd field goal for Stroud. A turnover here in front of us as Kennesaw State regains possession up by 3.
Here we go. Brandon Stroud comes off this DHO triple handoff, doesn't have it, steps back and lets it float. And it looks good, ladies and gentlemen.
Rogers, moving screen called on Peterson.
We got to see this one again.
Offensive foul. Number 10, Alex Peterson. That's his first.
It was a good crossover by Peterson. We couldn't get it, but here you go. Again, let's watch the Royals. They're going to spread you out here.
Matthews takes the run, a block by Stroud. Turner just throws it up. Queens, another crack at it.
Remember, that ball did not hit the rim, so the shot clock is winding down.
It's under 10. McKee on the drive. Over Cottle and 1. McKee off the glass, his 3rd make. Queens, without its leading scorer, Kenny Dye on the floor, won't go away. Another opportunity to tie.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I said earlier in the ball game is that the Royals, they use their spin move. This is incorporated in their skill development. Just like Villanova did when they won a national championship, it was a jump stop. But with the Queen Royals, they will spin on you left and right, and they can pivot, get you up in the air, get up under you, and get to the basket for and one. And that's why they are leading the ASUN at free throw attempts, because they can get to the line just like that.
McKee, the sophomore out of Charlotte, 5th in the ASUN in scoring in conference games at 17.4 a game. double figures last night for the 30th time this season with 11 points. Oh, spits out the front door. And another foul against Turner on a Queens free throw. That's happened back-to-back against Turner. That's his third.
Well, we know Turner, hey, he goes at it. He's trying to get inside position. Normally he's going over the back, but the Owls right now, they stepped up their box out. When you go to box out, we say you do three things. You make contact, you create space, and then you go get it. Sometimes you can't go get it, but you got to maintain that, all right, that contact, and then somebody else has to get it.
Cottle gets the call from the Kennesaw State sideline. Owls lead by a penny here in the quarterfinals.
You see the Royals, all right, they go into a matchup zone here.
Rogers takes the three, it's short. Turner pushes the pace. He finds Ashby, releases and nets the three. Ashby with 10 made three-pointers against Kennesaw State in the three matchups. That's his first bucket, and it gives the Royals the lead once again.
Yes, Ashby's first bucket of the night. You know, he had a good time against them the last time, going 4 of 7.
Rogers, short. Ashby picks it up, Queens up by 2. Stopped on the wing by Jennings. Ashby now 10 of 21 and field goal shooting against Kennesaw State, all from distance. McKee with the power dribble as Stroud hits the deck, and the Royals lead by 4.
Yeah, good offense there by the Royals. Gambled there by Stroud, took himself out of the play. And hey, the Royals made you, they made you pay for that one.
4 Owls look to check in at the next break. Rogers with a shot fake. Up top to Cottle. Buckets! Simeon Cottle, the freshman out of Tri-Cities.
Big shot for the freshman, Simeon Cottle. He was just in the right place at the right time. He stepped in off the penetration baseline, throw out to Cottle from Rogers, and he knocks it down.
He's the only Owl to make a three not named Chris Youngblood. Kennesaw State 3 of 15 from beyond the arc tonight. Offensive foul on McLaurin. Jennings draws the charge. Madness upon us. Queens leads by a point.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
Everyone gets a BK stacker. Tiny dancer. 2 linebackers.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see our guy.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want.
Oh, well, this is me.
It's still early. You want to maybe grab a coffee?
With the Wells, the Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on.
Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around. Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
Experience the Sonic Blockbuster Triple Header, Saturday on ESPN.
UFC 285. Fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
What a season it has been here at Kennesaw State University. The first winning season period as a Division I program spanning almost 20 years ago. The Owls celebrated their first ASUN regular season championship. They went 15-3 in conference play. Their first ever defensive player of the year, and the junior Brandon Stroud, and the coach of the year, Amir Abdurrahim, here in year 4, has rebuilt this program. And he has remarked many times to us over this past week, to the media, to really anyone that is able to speak with him, the importance of winning a regular season, how difficult it is, because he said it's easier to win here in the tournament. You only need to be hot for 3 or 4 games. To win a regular season, you have to be consistent over the course of many months.
Yes, the regular season champ is the true champ of the conference, because they put it in and day out throughout the whole conference play.
Damon Robinson. Oh! He is 7 of 7 from the floor. That has been his only quote-unquote miss. Won't go down that way. But even when he misses, it's halfway down, Coach.
Yeah, he was about to, that was about to fall, but he looked like he got a little bit unsure of himself right there, because he was able to face up as opposed to doing the jump hook. But he's at the free throw line. Hopefully he can knock these down.
1 for 2 tonight at the stripe. And short on the front end. Kennesaw State now 7 of 11 at the line. Queens, on the other hand, 3 of 7. Transfer from Murray State, Montgomery, Alabama native, cashes in the second. 45 all our score, almost the halfway mark of the second half.
Again, the Owls going to a little token press there, 2-2-1. But now it looks like they're dropping back into their matchup zone. So let's see what happens here. This usually stifles a team when they're used to playing man-to-man. But
Ashby, his second 3, automatic from the wing.
But you know what? Ashby said, you can't stifle me, baby. Just give me the ball. I'm going to throw it up. And it's going down.
Again, every field goal attempt against Kennesaw State from distance. Jennings launches one of his own. That's off the front iron. Who touched it last? Queens ball.
I tell you, these fans are really into this game and
changed. Hunter Allen says, I pointed the wrong way. KSU ball. Yeah, there it is. That was a great goal on net. We've seen a quarterback pass. We've seen a soccer kick. Queens is athletic. So is Terrell Burden.
Hustle and flow, Mike. Hustle and flow. Getting down here, ladies and gentlemen.
8 points for Burden in 22 minutes of action. McKee takes the drive and a long way in. A.J. McKee rises through.
He says, I can do the same thing. You're looking at their leading scorer in conference play, A.J. McKee. He just comes down and he bodies up and he gets all the way to the goal.
Queens has made its last 5 field goals again without point guard. Second team All-ASUN member Kenny Dye on the bench with 4 fouls.
This is a huge run for the Royals to do what they're doing.
Robinson is fouled by McKee. That's number 4 on McKee.
Another crucial foul there. 4. Your 2 leading scorers with 4. And he goes to the bench right now.
So Quan McClooney takes his spot.
Yeah, I said earlier that depth would be a problem for the Royals. But I didn't realize foul trouble would be that problem. And right now, they don't have the depth with these fouls on their 2 leading scorers.
Robinson converts the front end of a 1-and-1. This is a Queens team that defeated FGCU last night in the opening round on this floor, 61-55. Back and forth it went. They had to come back, and they had a nice run there at the end to shut down the Eagles. They are riddled with injuries this year, a very short bench. You said foul trouble makes that even more dire against their top 2 scorers as Robinson drops both free throws in, a 1-point lead for Queens.
Yeah, this is crucial right now because you don't have your top 2 guards out on the floor for the Royals who can get to the basket. And what Kennesaw State has done right now, they are going to force you to shoot from the outside by going to this matchup zone.
Left-handed drop through. Jaden Turner takes it inside with the paint.
Well, hey, you can get it inside. That's even better. Good job by the Royals to find that open spot. Breaks down the zone.
Stroud, top of the key. Rolls in! The defensive player of the year in the conference gets the bounce. 52 all.
You've got energy out here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a great ASUN tournament game here right now that we're seeing. 52 tied all, and it's coming down.
The first make from distance for Stroud. He's 1 of 5. Under 10 seconds to shoot. Matthews rises, and he's fouled by Jennings. Foul on Kason Jennings. Matthew will head to the stripe following the timeout. This is postseason basketball. What more do you want? Brandon Stroud, the junior, gets the shooter's bounce not once, but twice. We'll come back to Kennesaw to these words. 52 all, the Royals and the Owls.
Every journey has a starting point. Each student has a moment when talent and passion meet opportunity. At the intersection of challenge and support, self-discovery fuels breakthroughs, and leaders emerge prepared for what's next. I grew up loving music. It possesses this very real, very unique power for connection and healing. And my journey as a music therapist took shape here.
I discovered the pool offered a more level playing field and the chance to push my limits. At Queens, there's so much opportunity, and our potential for greatness accelerates with every step of our collective journey.
I've always had a knack for chemistry. And that talent has magnified since I got here, rippling out in new directions. I'm not afraid to take risks. I believe challenges make us stronger, and innovation only comes when we're willing to lean into the unknown.
I'm still not sure what the future holds, but whatever it is, Queens has prepared me for it.
My professors push me in the classroom and believe in my abilities.
My coaches, professors, all of us, we're one team, one family.
Here, my voice is heard. I'm given the freedom to be myself and charter new opportunities for change.
Both sides playing physical basketball, but it's wearing on the Queens Royals. Kenny Dye and A.J. McKee, their top 2 leading scorers, all-conference performers, sit with 4 fouls. B.J. McLaurin, who's done a fine job filling in for the injured Gavin Raines this year, also with 4 fouls. We've noted it. Queens has a short bench. This is especially difficult for the Royals here in the postseason.
Yes, Nolan, that's actually their top 3 leading scorers because B.J. McLaurin, he's their 3rd leading scorer. So from an offensive standpoint, the Royals they're down. We realize they don't have the depth, but this is a factor here. Kennesaw State Owls, they've gone into a zone. Usually the Royals, they can penetrate. They open up the floor, they space you out, and they get baskets off of space and place by driving and penetrating. So we'll see what happens here as they keep coming down.
Caleb Matthews makes both free throws. The Royals lead by 2. They led by 3 at the break. Jennings, corner 3, in and out. Chris Youngblood races for the offensive board. Stroud attacks the rim and lays it in.
Good offensive rebound right there by the Owls. Chris Youngblood runs it down, but we saw the Royals throw a zone, a matchup zone as well. So here we go. You just chase it down. Chris Youngblood got inside position. And again, folks, once you get inside position as an offensive rebounder, you're doing a good job, and you got a likelihood of getting a rebound there.
5th rebound for Youngblood. Stroud now in double figures at 10. Turner again tries with the left hand. DeMar Robinson muscles the board.
That middle is open in the zone for the Royals. They just could not convert that time.
The feed to Robinson, 18.7 of 7 from the floor. And Queens tracks it down. The tip-in missed by Stroud. Royals have made 6 of their last 7. Robinson with a steal. And he is stripped loose of the basketball. Youngblood over to Robinson. He tapped. McClooney with a foul after he knocked it loose of Robinson. Look at this sequence of events.
Yeah,
this is a forward looking like a guard, and then maybe looking like a forward there.
Everybody's going for that ball. Credit Chris Youngblood with the awareness to know where his player is, and he just throws it back towards the goal, and he knows he's got some good hands, and All-State Robinson there to get that ball. And
Robinson, Lee Summit's all-time leader in blocks and rebounds, again before embarking to Murray State. Frequent visitor at the line, 4 of 6 tonight. Drops it through. Kenny Dye, A.J. McKee, B.J. McLaurin, all with 4 fouls, re-enter the court for Queens.
Again, these are their top 3 scorers, so this is going to be a different ball game. When you come in like this and you have fouls, you can't play the same because you don't want to get that 5th foul and you're out of the game. So we'll see who's going to be aggressive and who's not. At the same time, we're going to see if the Owls are going to come back and play a matchup zone or they're going to go man-to-man.
Robinson to the sideline, Peterson back on the floor.
The Owls show man-to-man.
It's Jennings against Dye. Jennings did not play in the matchup 10 days ago. Won by Queens on this floor.
The other factor with the Royals is
McLaurin rises over Jennings and knocks it in.
Hey, I was going to say, when you sit on the bench that long, when you come back in, you're either cold or hot. But right there, you went right into McLaurin, and he just turned around over Casey Jennings, and he said, hey, I'm hot.
That's 9 from McLaurin, 3 of 9 from the floor. Jennings takes possession. Shot clock at 6. Jennings on the drive, hesitates, creates space, and it rolls through.
Jennings did a good job there. He penetrated. McLaurin could not foul. If he was fouling, he was out the ball game. So Jennings just poised himself, went up strong, was able to convert.
Oh my goodness, Brandon Stroud with another swat, but Turner gets a second chance and makes it count.
Good defensive block by the defensive player of the year. But the Royals stayed with it, and they were able to convert.
7th tie of the ball game. We've had 4 lead changes, 58 all, 9 versus 1 in the ASUN quarterfinals. 5 minutes to go. Robinson against McLaurin with those 4 fouls. Short, and McLaurin snares it.
Yeah, you want to see the Owls put pressure on the basket. You want to see them attack the basket, not just settle. Because you got 3 guys out there with 4 fouls. You got to put pressure on them.
McLaurin takes the drive with the spin move, reaches. Peterson called for the foul.
As I said, ladies and gentlemen, the Royals, this is their pattern. They're going to spin. This is one of their skill development that they continuously do. And he gets him to the line. This is McLaurin going to the line and trying to knock down 2 shots.
Perfect in 2 attempts. 9 points, 7 boards tonight in 28 minutes of action. And it rolls through. Queens regains the lead.
Yeah, when you look at tournament play right now, the #1 seed had a chance to sit. All right, sit out. You think they have the advantage, but not necessarily. The number 9 and 10 seed, they have to play in. But hey, by playing in, they've got energy and momentum after winning that game. But the other factor that is not mentioned, that #1 seed, they don't know who they're going to play until the night before. So preparation, they're at a disadvantage.
Timeout called by the ASUN Coach of the Year, Amir Abdur-Rahim. Queens with a 59-58 lead over Kennesaw State. The ASUN quarterfinals coming down to the end here in Kennesaw.
Oh, well, this is me.
Still early. You want to maybe grab a coffee?
With the Wells.
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want.
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on...
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around. Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around. Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
A souvenir for a lucky fan. Saturday Primetime and Sunday Showcase on ABC.
For the second night in a row, the Queens Royals have 5 players in double figures as the number 9 seed in the ASUN tournament goes for the upset of the regular season champ, Kennesaw State. Coached in the last matchup won by Queens, the Royals had 4 in double figures. They've been balanced so far, and again, Dye, McLaurin, and McKee, 2, 3, and 4, all with 4 fouls.
Yes, you're looking at a balanced team right now. They're shooting basically 63% in the second half. So they're taking good shots, great shots, and that all led first basically to penetration.
Royals led by 3 at the break. Robinson in the interior misses the hook. Fowler collects. A rare miss by Robinson tonight. Just his second. Jennings gets a hand on the Matthews dribble. Burden does. Burden on the run. Defense into offense in the lead.
Hustle and flow, man. Hustle and flow. That was a great steal. Anticipation by Terrell Burden.
Matthews, feeling pressure, dumps it off to Fowler. McClooney gives to Matthews, is fouled by Stroud on the reach-in. That will send us to our final media timeout. Terrell Burden, the senior out of Smyrna, the local product, trying to move his team to the semifinal round.
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
Oh, well, this is me.
Still early. You want to maybe grab a coffee?
With the Wells.
Cycling was a lifesaver. It really was.
You know, when we first talked about...
Oh, well, this is me.
Still early. You want to maybe grab a coffee?
With the Wells.
Oh, well, this is me.
Still early. You want to maybe grab a coffee?
With the Wells.
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of... Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history.
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how
Oh, well, this is me.
Still early. You want to maybe grab a coffee?
With the Wells.
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how
Your wait is over. New 2023 Acura models have arrived at Acura of...
Targets are on site.
It's all here, as we discussed.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
The The XFL continues with Week 3 on FX and ESPN2.
UFC 285. Fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
It has been a night to remember for Damon Robinson out of Montgomery, Alabama. Made his first 7 field goals, 4 rebounds to go with it. Hook shot after hook shot. And then he can show off the range too. He's dominated down low for KSU. A massive reason why the Owls have the lead right now.
Yes, they've gone inside to him the whole game, knowing his 7-9 shooting, as you said. We've seen his arsenal go from jump hook over the left shoulder, over the right shoulder to a pull-up. But what he's been doing lately, he hasn't made a couple of his shots because he's trying to turn and face up. If he just stays with that jump hook, that'll keep him going. But he's playing exceptionally well right now, ladies and gentlemen, and he's keeping the Owls in pace to advance.
60 all our score. 8th tie here between number 9 and number 1. Queens unable to go back on top.
Yeah, we'll see what the Owls come down here and do. They're going to execute their half-court set here. But we know at the same time, Mr. Hustle and Flow can get downhill if he needs to.
Shot picked by Jennings. He's on the dribble, and Jennings misses the lay-in. And a foul as Robinson went back up.
Oh, good drive by Jennings. You just knew that one was going in, but it didn't. But who was there to get the rebound?
That's his 5th foul.
And this is foul number 5 on B.J. McLaurin, who will lead the ball game just shy of a double-double. 10 points tonight, 7 rebounds, and 29 minutes of action.
Yes. Tough break, and as I said earlier, being the Owls, you've got to put pressure on the Royals. You've got to attack the basket because they're in foul trouble. You can't settle for shooting out on the perimeter. You have to get to the basket, get to the lane. When you do that, the defense has to sink. They have to rotate over. They're scrambling. They can't keep up with the ball, and usually this is what happens. You get fouls like this.
Misses it there. He goes 0 for 2 at the line. Burden gives the Owls possession. And the crowd applauds the point guard's efforts. He
Good
resets.
Offensive rebound. Huge offensive rebound.
That's the 6th for Burden. He takes the drive. Youngblood. And Turner out ahead to Matthews. Turner misses the lay-in.
Wow, tough break. Tough break. That was a wide open break for Turner coming down. You just knew he was going to throw that down, but that was a basket that was needed by the Royals.
He had a full head of steam. I thought he was going for the dunk. Youngblood from the elbow. Swish.
Sweet hoop. Youngblood, ladies and gentlemen, at all levels. That's off the mid-range.
It's our time to shine!
Youngblood in double figures for the 19th straight game, and he does so in front of a packed house at the KSU Convocation Center. Happy birthdays for Spencer Rogers. His supporters in attendance. The Kennesaw community is packed out this one. Terrell Burden, number 1, right there. Shows the hustle, shows the vertical, and it leads to Kennesaw State regaining the lead off the first-team all-conference member, Chris Youngblood.
Again, we talk about Chris Youngblood. He makes it look so easy, but it's not. But he has sweet spots all over the floor. We see him knocking down threes. We see him getting to the basket. But he looks so smooth off that dribble pull-up, off the bounce for the mid-range jumper. And he puts his team up by 2.
Dye with 11 points and 4 fouls tonight. McKee also with 4 fouls and double figures as well with 10 points. Dye drives against Jennings. Stroud collects.
This was the difference in the last game. You did not have Casey Jennings in the game, who's one of your best defenders out on the perimeter for the Owls. And then you had Brandon Stroud, the defensive player of the year, only playing half of the game because he was in foul trouble. So this makes a huge difference, ladies and gentlemen.
Burden dissects the defense.
Hustle and flow, man. Getting downhill. He showed us a little spin move.
Burden, as he has done many times this year, trying to take over late game situations. Dye, he's done it too. Up top to McKee. McKee around Youngblood is fouled. That's number 4 on Youngblood.
Yes, we talk about the Royals doing a spin move, but hey, Hustle and Flow says, Terrell Burden, I can do it too.
Shooting 2 for the Royals, number 5, AJ McKee.
That was a crucial foul right there for Chris Youngblood, picking up his 4th foul, Nolan.
Substitution for the Royals, number 1, Mike Fowler.
Kennesaw State with subs. Rogers, the spot of Jennings. DeMont Robinson on the post for Peterson. As the crowd looks on. Youngblood stays in with those 4 fouls. McKee has it spit out the cup.
Tough break there. That was a needed free throw from the Royals. They didn't get it to fall. We got a 1-possession game with a 3-point lead.
Robinson. A new career high for DeMont Robinson with 22.
Yes, he felt comfortable going over his left shoulder with that jump hook. Good call by coach to go right into him. That's Coach Amir Abdul-Rahim.
Stroud with a rebound after the miss. And McKee fouls out.
Yes, the post feed just goes right into the big man. He feels him. He gets the drop step. He goes over that left shoulder for his dominant hand for that jump hook. And ladies and gentlemen, he converts, puts his Owls up. And they're just 40 seconds away if they can maintain from advancing.
So Grant Leonard trying to squeeze out every ounce of magic that he can out of his Royals. Meanwhile, for Kennesaw State, it's the postseason. Survive and advance. So the Owls look to hang on here with a 5-point lead in an area that will be crucial with free throws where they struggled in the last matchup. Again, 22 points, a career high for DeMont Robinson. Coach, I said at halftime, they need to get Robinson the ball every single possession. It hasn't happened every possession, but every time they've gone to him, he's only missed twice tonight, both in the second half. He has taken over in the paint.
Yeah, shooting 53% from the field for the season. That is exceptional. 8 of 10 tonight. Hey, he's got that feel right now. And the Owls know it, and they're riding his back right now.
Winner moves on to the semifinals Thursday night as Terrell Burden steps up to the line for Kennesaw State. Short there. He was 2 of 8 in the last matchup. So a chance to rebound here in his first trip up to the line. 12 points tonight for KSU.
You see Coach Amir Abdul-Rahim just substitute offense for defense. He took Chris Youngblood out with 4 fouls and put Casey Jennings in for some defense.
Burden misses both. Kenny Dye hands it off in the lane to Turner, defended by Stroud, in a foul with 31.5 ticks remaining.
Tough call there. Looks like you might have had a travel right there with Kenny Dye. Great defense by Jennings, Casey Jennings right here on the drive. But we saw it. This is great defense. Casey Jennings did not play in the last meeting against him, but he was able to stop the drive. Unfortunately, you didn't have good rotation and moving on the backside, the weak side, to rotate over. And
Fourth foul on Stroud as Turner misses.
fourth foul on Stroud. So this is, we're going to see some offense and defense substitution here by Coach Amir Abdul-Rahim as well as Coach Leonard on the other side, because you got players with 4 fouls and they need to keep their key players in the game right now.
No good. Loose ball. Jennings tiptoes the baseline.
Yes, they were looking for an over the back.
Turner fouls. Shot clock turned off. Burden goes back to the line. Fourth on Turner.
You know, for the season, Burden is shooting 70% from the free throw line, 71 in conference. That was uncharacteristic of him to miss 2. He needs to knock down at least one of these.
Thought he had it there. Kennesaw State 7 of 13 in the line in the second half, 12 of 21 overall tonight.
That's 3 straight misses. Is that correct, Nolan?
Oh for 4 tonight. Oh for 5. Queens hoping for a last gasp effort with Kenny Dye. He takes the 3. He's fouled by Jennings. 3 shots for Kenny Dye. Queens says anything can happen here.
Kason Jennings either can't believe that or he's upset with himself. So let's see what it is.
Number 15, Kenny Dye.
Literally, he did not touch him. And Kenny Dye, being the player that he is, he created that foul. Actually, he jumped into the player. Verticality, so it is what it is.
Dye knocks down the first 2. It's a 3-point ball game. Chris Youngblood, 4 fouls, takes the spot of Stroud.
1 possession game here.
Rolls out for Dye. Youngblood with a rebound. Fires it over to Jennings. Dangerous pass to Youngblood. And Youngblood is fouled with 10 seconds to go, the top free throw shooter on the team.
Well, Nolan, the Owls definitely want Chris Youngblood at the free throw line. He's shooting 85% from the free throw line, but unfortunately for the Royals, that's Kenny Dye's 5th foul, and he's out of the game.
The emotions rampant for Dye. The program's all-time leading scorer, assister, minutes, games played, and games started. Fouls out, but he hopes his teammates will continue his historical career. Chris Youngblood perfect on 3 attempts. Queens still alive. Youngblood misses for the first time tonight.
The Owls are right now 0 for 6 the last free throws. Is that correct?
Sounds about right. 7 of 15 in the second half. And a timeout taken by Queens. Kennesaw State has struggled with free throws this year. Can the Owls get a clutch one here? As Queens takes the timeout. Going to regroup here. Youngblood, the best free throw shooter, will have 1 more. This has been quite the turnaround for KSU, the regular season champions in the ASUN. From 1 win to 23, the best season in the D1 history, has captured the attention of this community, the conference, and the nation as a whole, as the Owls look to move on to the semifinals for the first time since 2017.
Yeah, this is uncharacteristic of the Owls right now, in particular for Chris Youngblood. Missing free throws. Still a 1 possession game with a lot of time left.
And a 4-point lead for Chris Youngblood and the Kennesaw State Owls. Stroud and Peterson take the spot of Youngblood and Robinson.
And again, Coach Amir Abdul-Rahim, he is substituting offense for defense. Does not want Chris Youngblood to foul out. You got guys coming here who can play some defense.
Trey Hubbard in off the bench. Ashby from the logo. Oh, the bottoms. Chris Ashby. A dynamic three, his third of the night. And a 1-point lead for KSU.
It's a full timeout.
That was one heck of a shot by Ashby. It was dribble penetration on this break right here and just a throwback, and he shoots from the logo right there. He shoots from the KS and knocks it down, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 1-point game.
The person that typically makes from that distance plays about 30 minutes south of here at State Farm Arena, Trey Young. Ashby knocks down the three, his third of the ball game, and Queens trails by a point. Free throw shooting has hurt the Owls here late in the ball game. Who's going to take the next shots for KSU with just a 1-point lead? The Owls 8 of 16 from the line here in the second half.
Yes, this is crucial right here. I always say that the most important player right now on the court when these two teams come out is going to be the offensive inbounder. He has to get that ball inbounds. Once he does, or if he does, the players from the offense, they've got to meet their passes. We've got 3.9 seconds. All right. You know from the Royals, they're going to deny. They're going to deny every possession and try to put pressure on the inbounder. The inbounder can run the baseline.
Game clock moved to 3.9 seconds. Rogers inbounds. It goes to Youngblood, who's immediately fouled by Hubbard. Youngblood, who just went 1 for 2 at the line. Top 5 of the ASUN in free throw percentage, will go back to the charity stripe.
Again, free throws are needed by the Owls. Chris Youngblood just made 1 out of 2 in his last time up at the line. I'm pretty sure he's feeling confident right now, so let's see what he'll do with 3 seconds left to go. 3.1 to be exact.
.8 seconds expired as our officials review opposite court of us. Here, this ASUN quarterfinal matchup, 9 versus 1. Queens looking for its second win in 24 hours.
The game clock has now been reset.
And 3.6, our new time on the clock. Chris Youngblood, what a career for him. The top recruit in Kennesaw State history. ASUN all-freshman team a couple of seasons ago. Currently 8th in KSU's Division I scoring list. Double figures in 19 straight, first team all-conference. Can help send his team to the semifinals. Bounces out.
Tough miss right there. It's what the Royals need, though. If this shot is missed, it's plenty of time. You can get the ball up the court and get a shot off. You can get all the way to the basket in 4 seconds off the dribble. But 3.6, that ball has to be a floater runner or a spot-up shot.
Rolls out again. Matthews for the win. Won't go, doesn't count. Kennesaw State survives and advances to the ASUN semifinals. The best season in Kennesaw State's Division I history continues with the Owls' third ever appearance and the ASUN Conference semifinals. As Scrappy and the Owls look for their first ever appearance in March Madness. Coach, It's February, but what a way to move our way into March Madness and postseason basketball. You tip your cap to that man right there, Grant Lillard, in the fight from Queens tonight.
Yes, this is championship week, but as you said, that guy right there, Grant Lillard, taking his team from Division II to Division I, playing with a limited roster. He did a heck of a job with his players. They played well. As we said earlier, this is just parity in this league, and they're just playing hard. So again, you give credit to where credit is due, as we saw Coach Amir over there talking to Grant, but here you go. Last shot, miss. Kennesaw State advances.
We'll come back and wrap it up with a post-game interview as the Owls move on to the